Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm not gonna tie anything. I'm just gonna discuss this chest bag that I got, and I'm gonna show you how I improved some unusual part of it. So not this improvement, this already seen online, but rather a complaint that I have about it, and how I solved the problem. I have a couple of complaints about this. Overall, it's a very good product, but maybe not as good as I was hoping for at the beginning. Anyway, let's get into it. So what I have here is C&F design, and it's a nice chest pack that I upgraded with their fly patch that's used for drying flies, but obviously I use it for storage as well. This is my go-to thing, and whenever I need to reach for something new that I don't have over here, I would just open up and get something from here. So whenever I need something else, I'll just open up the whole box and get something from here. These phones here, these slits are interchangeable, which is very convenient, and it's just super easy to manipulate, to deal with it. So basically you just have to press this metal plug over here, and then you get your slit foam insert out of it. You can store your flies wherever you want like this, and you can change them. This middle portion is, to my knowledge, not interchangeable. There are a couple of boxes inside where you can put other things that you need. And what I want to say is, what happened to me is that this magnet over here was the first thing that fell apart. It's so strong that literally was ripped out of this foam. So I used AB glue to glue it back. None problems after that whatsoever. Another problem that I had is kind of problem that appears with physics, and that's like, as you can see, wear and tear, less than a year. It got a little bit deformed, and this is especially visible in summer because I live in Southeast Asia right now, and in summer it gets hot, so even this hard part can get a little bit too soft, and the glue in between kind of melts, that you can see that it's falling apart. But as soon as it cools down, glue is back set, and that's it. That's something that I don't like. Maybe it's not possible to solve, maybe it is, but what I really don't like is something that's very easy to solve, and it's a great idea. It's Tippet spool storage, and they only made cuts here through the foam where you're supposed to pull the tippet through. And let me show you how it works. So you insert your tippet spools into it. Basically it's more or less universal. You slit the tippet through this foam, you just insert it in the foam and you pull. Unfortunately, those tippet spools, sometimes they get stuck when you pull. And then if you're not pulling in the right angle, but even if you are, the tippet will cut through the foam, as you can see here. The tippet will cut through the foam, and this is more than 100 euros. I paid it more than 100 euros. So I don't want this happening to me on something that's relatively expensive, yeah? So I cut the foam. So what I did, what I will do to solve this issue is following. I got 3 tubes. I measured the distance here. So I measured the distance from this side to the exit, and from this side to the exit. So I have two same ones. I think it's 2 centimeters, and this one is 3.5 centimeters. So these tubes that are finely polished inside, these tubes is a friend of mine using to make bobbin holders, and these are beautiful. It's kind of sanded outside. It's gold plated, not real gold obviously, but it's really good stuff, and I love using those bobbin holders. Very good. Never ever had any issues with ruining my thread. Anyway, I'm gonna insert this tube here and stick it back with AB glue. That's it. So let's see how it works out. At latest I'm going to fix these issues, but first I'm going to insert those tubes. And for that I'm just going to open the AB glue, little spatula. I'll do these one by one, so I'm not going to bother you with too many details now. So I have to open this glue, try to put equal amounts and mix them up. So green, kind of reddish, put those back, and then use spatula to mix it. I'm not concerned about bubbles forming or similar, but I am concerned of glue being well mixed, because it will make a difference later on. Okay, this is it. Now I'm gonna insert one of those tubes. Now this middle slit is not affected, so I'm just gonna press it down. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm just gonna put it over the cut part and I'm gonna insert it like this. And I'm just gonna put some glue over the top because there is kind of a gap, and it will hold. That's it. It will hold. And for that I'm gonna use my dubbing needle. I'm trying to make it less messy if possible. Try to do this also in well ventilated room, because AB glue is not very pleasant to smell. Okay. I'll just insert this one too. Okay, this seems good. Yep. Just gonna align it with the inner circle here. Now I'm gonna fix the foam too. I'm just gonna put this back. And once I do this, I don't think there is ever coming back from this point. And here it's already well cut, so I'm just gonna insert it a little bit, and I'm gonna use the rest of the glue here. I need probably to mix some more glue. I'm gonna do it fast. So I just prepared some more glue. I'm gonna apply it here, trying to not to mess the kitchen table. Okay, this should be okay. And that's it. Problem hopefully solved. I have 3 tubes, nicely polished, and those tubes are coming from these inner parts, and I'll show you how it works. Now that I can see that the glue on the paper is set, I can proceed to the next step. Let me show you how this works. You have 3 spaces for spools, and obviously you're not going to do this all the time, so before the fishing is okay, so you can just thread the tippet through the tube that we just made. And this is 6x, so it's rather thin, and still it's not that easy to thread. And then this is not necessary, these tabs here, but yeah. Now, instead of having any issues, I can just pull and pull, and that's it. Now that I have enough tippet, there is a very convenient notch over here with a razor or whatever. You cut the tippet and that's it. Now there is one more thing I would like to add. Apart from this beautiful part being done. Not very aligned, but who cares. The quality of foam kind of changed, I'd say. I don't have any kind of proof, but you can notice here. So you can notice here the slits that are being used, there is a little dot on the top of all of them that's kind of deformed, permanently deformed, compared to the box that I have from 10-15 years ago. It's still in a better shape than this. Maybe I'm just making a mistake tripping here, but yeah, I don't know. It still holds flies amazingly, although here you can see even more of these kind of notches. Let me just find. So if you're using a thicker hook or something, you may notice here in front of my finger kind of a hole. That's something that came from a hook. You can see it here when I remove this fly. That's something I don't appreciate on these new foams. And I have a feeling that the fly goes into the foam a little bit more difficult. Now notice the box that I have for more than 15 years. It's still as good as new. Literally, I have it more than 10 to 15 years. I think I bought it in 2010. You may notice that the color got changed a little bit here. So here it's gray and here got greenish because my pocket in my vest was almost always open, so the sun kind of deteriorated this one. By all means, this is the best quality box on the market, I think. This or whatever by C&F tool, their tools are amazing and stuff, but I can just notice that the quality is a little bit less than before. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, keep safe and tight lines.